Good afternoon, everybody. Let's see, we're 7. Let's give it a minute or a few seconds. Welcome, Denise, Festina. Hello, Yaku. Hello, Michaela. Hello, Miria.
Hello, Captain.
We are recording, so it doesn't matter how many people are on. A lot of people are still busy doing shopping. Christmas. Michaela, you got your... Oh, I thought you got your hand up. You're just clapping. Why are you clapping? Did I say something funny?
Is that clapping? Or did you just wave and say hello?
Oh, is
That's
it a
all.
wave? Is that a
Yeah,
wave?
I think it's a wave. I'm not sure.
No, that's fine. Right, we've got a lot of things to cover. Firstly, a little bit about the numbers. How wide are we currently? I'm going to talk specifically about the submarine. We are working on 1,800 open boards. You take your calculator or your phone and open the calculator and multiply 1,800 by 8. That is how many profiles we will have to load on the current open boards on the submarine. It's more than 14,000 people. People tell me there's no movement. Then basically, I'm not going to use the words that we change it to be wise. Then basically you're stupid. If you do not understand how wide we are and that we are currently every day still loading a huge amount of profiles. I assisted this morning on a board, and after the split on the next 2 boards, and after that split on the next 4 boards, gives you 7 in total. Times 8, 56 people that we loaded just on those boards, plus what else was loaded late last night and early this morning. If people tell me that we're going slow, pull out your calculators and do the numbers. I'm not going to say too much about numbers, but there is a few things that came up in this week, which is very, very disturbing for me. We had a person who in his group board, or his board group chat on Telegram, made comments, and then on a general group, and then on a WhatsApp group. And he claims that he's done his part. What we did was to open on the perpetual board. The legend requested a board, a group. We then opened the group, and immediately this young man jumped on board and made a few comments about he'd done his part. On the whole submarine, with all 14,000 profiles, he's got 4 profiles, and he invited 1 person. Nobody asked him to work on that perpetual board. Everybody got their 2s in already. The legend requested that we open a board, and then we add everybody on the board. And then the legend will add people there, and we will add version 2s there. And we might take a few profiles there. But that type of negativity is not going to work for me. And then a lot of other people jumped on that WhatsApp chat as well. And one of the last comments was, I agree. Coming from a person who's got 8 profiles on all the dream vehicles, of which he gifted 2 and 6 were sponsored in. And she did not, and I've got a voice note saying that, she did not speak to 1 single person yet about Gift of Legacy. So I am going through all the recordings, and I'm going to send them the videos to watch so they can come up to date. I don't need that type of negativity, and everybody on here don't need that type of negativity. So that is how wide we are. I'm going to give you a chance to ask questions as we go through. I've got 8 points on the agenda. Is there any questions on the numbers that we're currently doing and how wide we are? Everybody safe and happy with that? Yaku, are you Yaku Erasmus? That's on here. I only see your first name here.
Yes, Yaku Erasmus.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just get that link so we can get that boulder position filled for you, and then we can start working on that board.
I will do it after the call. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to you about a few other boards also that I picked up where you need to do a few things. Some of them you're sitting in guide, but there's a few boards where we'll have to fill boulder positions, but we'll get to that after the call.
No
Right,
problem.
Michaela, you've got your hand up.
Yes, I do. I have a question. I just want to find out, we're talking about now version 2 profiles, right? So we're moving from version 2 profile into legends, the board legends to perpetual boards, right? Now, do we still get moved according to when we get there, right? Do we get to be placed on boards that are according to the seat numbers, according to the file that like you used to have?
Yeah, we're working according to the seat numbers.
Okay, fantastic. Because I just,
Yeah.
the two options I can remember you mentioned not too long ago was basically where you direct us either to the best board that is currently available or that we can choose a board. Is that correct?
That was for if you want to take a position on a perpetual board, which is not a
Okay.
version 2. Then you can
Okay,
request
so
that you
that's
be loaded
different.
on the highest possible board or on your own board.
Okay.
On the version 2s, we're working currently on 3 boards, and I'm opening the 4th one soon. The 3rd and the 4th one is the same person. They right behind each other on the file. What I did do with somebody who already got a lot of people on board the submarine, on board the other vehicles, I sent him a message last night and said to him, you've got 2 version 2s through already. You moved up to guide. I am going to offer you a position on a very high perpetual board. And I loaded him on the highest open perpetual board I could find. And that was one of the trust profiles, which was on the startup board, so that he can pull behind that profile. People work, I'm going to reward them. So that one went to that board. The advantage on that board is he's not only going to follow the number 7 profile on the submarine, but it's also then going to flip the board. He immediately moves to boulder, and then when the next people come through, follows the new legend after the board split off, and the 2 new guides will push him up. So I'm not scared to reward people, and it's open. Everybody can see what I'm doing if they know how to look at my file. We do have a few people that's got access to the file that can work, that can edit, and we do have a few people that can view. Unfortunately, I can't open the file for the public due to the POPI Act, as we got phone numbers and email addresses on there. Does that answer the question, Mikana?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Thank you so much.
Perfect. The next thing I'm going to talk about, we very selectively started contacting a few people that we've built up a very good working relationship with, and we started telling them about another lineage that I'm going to assist to work on. Now, firstly, there's a reason for working on this lineage. On a few of the higher boards, there's people or profiles from different lineages sitting together on the same board. So if we've got a board, I think it's a silver board where my own migrated profile is sitting as a left boulder. A track profile is sitting as the right, as the number 2 boulder. A cruise profile is sitting as number 3. A caravan profile is 4. An eagle profile as the right guide, and the DCP profile as the left guide. They're all mixed. Now, we looked at a few boards, and I started working with Bernice through what she's doing currently. The lineage is called New Beginnings, Nieuwe Begin, and we're going to work on this lineage as well. The reason for that is our Admiral Bobby got a profile on the Platinum board in Legend, where this lineage flows to, including the submarine and the Eagles. And he is committed to give the huge amount of that gifts back to the bottom of the lineages that we're working on. Now, just to go through the lineages we're working on currently, although DCP decided not to work on the boards anymore, we are working on our own boards. I finished the board this week. So there's a DCP spreadsheet A and B, There's Dream Tracks, Dream Cruise, Dream Caravan, Dream Eagles, Dream Submarine, and the New Beginnings. I also got another 19 very strong lineages that I work on myself, where I frequently get people on board, and we're slowly building, and they are getting big. I think there's one of them with just over 800 people now behind one of the migrated profiles. Now, New Beginnings, if anybody is interested, we are going to have one Afrikaans and one English Zoom call on Monday at 6:30 and 7:30. If you're interested to hear what we're doing there, send me a message. I will get to it before Monday evening, and I will send you a link for the Zoom call. Now, apart from that profile on the platinum board, there's another profile in the guide position on a gold board, which also belongs to Bobby. And as this lineage push him up to legend, you will obviously take some of those gifts as well. It is, I'm not going to even try to give you a number. It is shocking the amount of people that Bobby helped on board Gift of Legacy, and they are working. He's got the Thomas family, who's got profiles, and they're inviting, they're working, they're building at a reasonable pace. And then I've got one profile there as well. Bernice sponsored a huge amount of people in already. Basic system, it works the same as a Jade lineage, where you sponsor in from the bronze board, and you sponsor in from the silver board, and from the gold board, and from the platinum board. Get people on board. But if you're interested, if you're not yet in the group and not yet aware of the Zoom call Monday, send me a message, and I will then send you a link for the group, and or maybe call you and explain to you shortly. And if you're interested, I'll add you or send you the link for the Zoom call. Any questions on that? All clear. Good. Next subject then is the Zoom schedule. I am going to make a small recording to explain the Zoom. I'm not going to post it in the schedule in the groups, but I am going to make a video, and then I'll post it in the necessary groups. Zoom schedule currently is going to work motivational calls on Thursdays at 7 o'clock, which I will conduct at this stage up to the 12th of January, when Andrew will be back. Andrew is a contractor, he's tired, so he's taking family time. He will be back on the 12th of January, where he's going to share revelations of life with you. And the first one is about trust, or the first one after his break. And then we've got this 1 o'clock call every Saturday, which also gets recorded and posted. It's a general update call. After the New Beginnings calls on Monday in the 2 languages, I think the next possible date will be a Tuesday. I am going to conduct a weekly call, even if it's just 15 to 20 minutes, to update everybody. It will be either the Afrikaans call on a Monday and the English on a Tuesday, or if the Monday is falling on a public holiday, now that we've got so many public holidays, it may be on a Tuesday and a Wednesday, on a Wednesday and a Thursday, but the times will be announced. That brings me to what training recordings is still required. I've posted a lot of small videos, between 5 and 15 minutes long. If anybody go through that list, through the playlist, and they see anything that they want specific training on that I did not cover yet, send me a message, and then I will schedule a meeting with Christina. Usually I do the training calls with her, so I've got at least somebody on that can give response, and then I will record that training session for you. Is there any question on training currently? Anybody got questions on training? Right, that's fine. Concerning the YouTube channel, for one or other reason, the video of the subject of building wide and building deep got a lot of views. A lot of people, or the average view time is less than 2 minutes, but that first 2 minutes is where most of the information is. Or people maybe got disinterested. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are getting paid once there's 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 viewing hours for the last year. And I am committed to whatever we make on that YouTube channel, put back and sponsor more people in. We've got playlists. One is for motivational, one is for training. I leave the new recordings outside of the playlist for a week or two, and then I add them to the playlist so that everybody can go find the training recordings together, and also the motivational calls together. Any questions on YouTube? And yes, I can see who is watching the YouTube videos. So if you tell me that you watch a video, I can go back and trace that you only watch 7 minutes instead of the whole 30 minutes. So don't come tell me you didn't see anything in a recording. It's because you didn't watch the whole recording. I can see you. I've got eyes in the back of my head as well. No questions on YouTube? Oh, this ice is nice. I'm drinking Oros today. It's too warm for coffee. All right, the next thing you're talking about is the committed monthly positions. I am, in the next few days, going to take a lot of names off the file. You are all adults. I'm not going to police you. If you said you're working on your own board, so be it. So basically, every month, if you want to take your committed position, you add it on the board where you're currently on. After the split, you carry on working on that board. I'm not going to police you. People that did not commit to their own boards, I will then have only a few left on the list, and then we will allocate them to the boards. People who want to sponsor in, and doesn't matter where the profile goes to, will also be those few that we will then allocate to a board on the date. That's concerning the monthly positions. If you don't take your position, I am not going to police you. Christina, how many monthly people do we have?
Stefan, I'm not sure at the we were 130. I'm not sure if all 130 are still taking monthly positions, because there are so many open boards and we are not really tracking it anymore. Like you said, we are all adults and we're committed, and if we then don't do it, then we don't do it. But it is very difficult to track because there are people, for instance, that that are, it's one of the 130, but they may be sponsored in or brought in new people, up to 8 people a month. And there are people who's committed to only one position, but they've got 4, 5 or 6 boards. So it's very difficult to track, but most of the people are still committed to making their boards move.
Yeah, that's how it's going to work. If you got 5 boards that you are currently placed on, that is open, that we're working on, and you're going to take one monthly position, you work on the one board till it's finished, and then you go to the next one. Nobody is going to force and put pressure on you. For the people that is not working on their boards, if you're sitting on a board and you're not doing your part, it's going to go slow. There's people who, like this morning, we moved through 2 boards, or through a board, and got it split, and then got it split again. It's unbelievable. If everybody works together, how fast we can work. We managed over the last week to get a few people together to work on those boards. And the plan was to fix one board, which was empty on the right-hand side, and then after the split, set it up for the changes that's going to happen next year. Very easy to work on boards like that. There is a few boards who close this week, and then I'm going to check up who's on version 2 already and who must all get onto version 2. Like I said, we're working on 3 boards currently, and I am opening another group for the one later today. Now, concerning groundwork, somebody said to me a few weeks ago, I can basically now sit back and just wait that the people work. But that's not what we are year 4. We are going to keep on guiding you. We're going to keep on helping with the boards. We're going to keep on helping in the chat groups. We're going to make plans and we're going to work out strategies to get movement on all the boards. Just one question that also popped up in the week. Somebody phoned me and asked me, why am I taking so many profiles? I'm not currently taking any profiles for myself. Any profile that got the name line or lineage in where my name is on as the profile holder is a sponsorship profile. New subline, new train line, new cruise line is all sponsorship profiles. So we're filling the boards where there's builder positions open with those profiles. And then in future, when they start receiving or get into a receiving position, they will then sponsor back to whatever vehicle they are needed on at that stage. So it's not my profiles. My profiles will have the name Stefan in clearly with a number. If it says Stefan sponsor, it's a sponsorship profile. If it's a lineage or a line profile, it is a sponsor profile. I've also got a few profiles now open. OB recover means old board recover. Wherever I work on a board and it's to fill the builder positions, I name those profiles old board recover. Good. Groundwork is still basically 2 by 2 by 2. And we've got a few people on here who understands how we build and who can work out strategies and get people through to silver and gold boards very systematically if everybody do their little bit. Then for the people that's new on here, if you want to be in one of our Telegram groups, we have been now scammer free for a very long time. Who's on here that will know? Christina, how long have we been without scammers in the groups?
Stefan, if I remember correctly, the groups in which there were scammers, we changed over in May or June this year, but I don't think, certainly not after June, so at least 6 months.
6 months. If you get a message from somebody, hello, I am Joseph from Pretoria, currently operating from Miami, you know it's a scammer. Go look at the common groups, you will see that it's in the main GL group. We do not have scammers now for 6 months in our groups. 4 people joined this morning, 2 in the legend group and 2 in the main submarine group with links. We don't work with links. So one of the admins send out a link to them. I will find out who they are. You contact one of the admins, preferably Yaku, and he will then take you through a process to make sure that you belong in that group, and he will physically add you. If he can't add you, he's going to tell you, sorry, you can't be added, but you will not get a link. Very, very seldom. I've sent a link to one person, and the first thing I did when I found people this morning joining with links was to contact him and say, did you send the link to somebody else? He said, no, he only joined himself. So there's a process, and that's why our groups are safe from scammers and spammers and things like that. Right, that is what I've got to say about that. Again, there's a few people who contact me this week asking me, am I on other type of platforms? Yes, I am on other platforms. I sometimes tell them straight, there's maybe a $12.50 investment or a $10 investment or a $50 investment, and he's going to take slow. There's some people who ask me about trading. I am on one platform called Stormgain, where you go click, you can go click up to 6 times a day, where your mining then takes place, adds up a few dollars. Every time you got $10, you transfer to your trading account. If I really stressed, because the messages are too much, I got my messages down from just over 1,000 to 870 this morning. But if I just want to take a break, go take a walk outside with my coffee, come back, open Stormgain, and I trade for half an hour. The numbers are that people claim is highly possible. So if people are interested in other platforms and they want to know what I'm on, I think 17 platforms, which is moving at a very sustainable pace, and about another 12 who is very slow, but that is for future use. If people are interested, contact me. I will advise you what I'm currently doing. I've got my eggs in a lot of baskets, and they are slowly but surely filling. Right, that's all things I've got. Did I cover everything? I think so. Yes. Any questions at this stage? Who's got any questions on anything I said, or any other general question that they got that you got?
Stefan,
Mhm.
I add something that I joined the very first gifting community I ever joined in my life was in June last year. And since June last year, I have been invited and I've been sponsored into at least probably 12, maybe 15 gifting communities. And I have to be very, very, very honest. The only one that is still standing is Gift of Legacy. So Gift of Legacy is really my heart and my soul. I also do get involved. I do look at other spaces, but don't because Gift of Legacy is going slowly and probably slower than we wanted it to or expected it to. But don't think because it's going slowly, it's not working anymore. And by all means, join other gifting communities if it feels right to do it. But don't think that the next shiny thing is the gold, because I've seen so many communities come and go the last 18 months. It's unreal. Do it if you find pleasure in it, or if it sits well with you. But in my opinion, the right place in terms of gifting is Gift of Legacy. It's a long-term project, and if you stick and if you do your little bit every day, every month, and you stay connected to the system so that you don't get lost, in 3 or 4 years from now, people will tell you you got in at the right time or you were lucky, but they wouldn't know that you've been working at this, chipping away slowly for the last 3, 4, 5 years.
Yeah, it takes time. They don't understand the amount of work that goes in. Any other questions or any other comments? None. Okay, just to recap quickly, if anybody, the lineage that we started working on called New Beginnings, if anybody wants more information on that, send me a private message. If anybody wants to be added in any of the groups, I said something about the motivational group. We've got a competition running for December where the best photo will receive a free or sponsored profile on a board of my choice, which I will sponsor in, and the best video. There is people who once in a while post their private photos of your animals, photos of your garden, photos of your Christmas tree, whatever you feel like sharing with the group. A panel of 5 will decide on the best 3, and then we'll post at the end of December all 3, and the group will vote for the best photo, and that profile or that person will receive a sponsored profile. I will make a video about the Zoom schedule. It's going to be a short one, about 2 minutes. Yeah, that's all that I have to say. Well, if there's no questions, if everybody's sure there's no questions, then unmute yourselves and shout bye, and then I'll see you somewhere along the road in the chats or on YouTube or on WhatsApp.
Are we having another meeting before Christmas, or we wish each other a Merry Christmas?
What is the date today? 17 plus 7 is 24. Yes, we'll have a meeting on the 24th.
No.
Next
Okay, just
Saturday.
before my birthday. Okay.
Yeah, beautiful. We have 2 meetings on Monday. We've got a motivational meeting on Thursday, and we have the weekly Saturday update meeting on Saturday.
All right.
You can't get rid of me that easily. God decided I must be here for a while longer, so now you're stuck with me. Right, unmute, shout bye.
Bye, everyone. See you on 24.
Bye. See you during the week.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Blessed
Bye.
weekend. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye,
everybody.
bye-bye, bye-bye,
Yeah.
bye-bye.